hello again. Only just put a video up, right? But I'm sitting there and I'm like, right, I've got to put this on Facebook because I want my Facebook friends to know. But I can't be asked to sit and type it all. So I thought I'd do a video because, like, at the end of the day, I'm not just about fucking taking down the patriarchy at the end of the day. I have a life too. And I thought I'd let you into this little tale of romance. So it's story time. Right, a little Valentine's Day story time. This is romance as it happens to Carrie Ann in the real world, right? So I've had this Facebook friend for years, and he's a little bit of nice on the eye, right? And I've always, like I comment on his posts, he comments on, well, I don't think he does really, to be fair. But it's like I like his posts and stuff. I don't really comment. He posted something the other night. I replied to it. I'm not going to say what the post was because it will indicate to people on Facebook who this guy is. And I'm not about shaming this man. I just can't believe this fucking happened to me, right? In fact, I'll bring up the conversation because so that I get this right, so that you are in, like complete knowledge of what the fuck happened. So anyways, he posted something, I replied to it, and he sent me a little DM and whatever, a little voice message. So I voice messaged back, and we were voice messaging. I'm like, oh, I was tiddled, right? Now, I used to drink. I used to drink. I still drink, right? You've seen me drinking. I do drink, right? But I've cut it down a lot. This time last year, I was staying up till 5 o'clock every fucking morning, mate. I was drinking 3 boxes of wine a week. But time moves on. Anyways, but I was tiddled on Tuesday night. I was like, oh, do you want to chat, right? So he's like, yeah, of course. So we called. We're on the phone for an hour and a half. I'm like, do you want to switch to video on a video chat for an hour and a half? So we spent 3 hours on the phone. I got to bed at 5 o'clock that morning, right? Absolutely lovely. Got on with him with it like a house on fire. I'm like, one of the first things I asked, are you single? And like, let me just check, are you single? Because this time last year, I got in with a fella and literally just thought, oh my God, he's amazing. He'd got a girlfriend, hadn't he? Like bastards, isn't there? Anyway, so I was like, right, look, are you single? But admittedly, he told me he was single as well. Men, bless him. What women do it too, apparently. It's like, this is why I'm single. I've been, apart from the, like a couple of dalliances last year, I've been single for coming up to 14 years. I'm proud of this. Do you know what I mean? And it is, I am way, way happier. Trust me, I would not have this smile on my face if I was with a fucking man. Especially not this dude. We fucking spoke for 3 hours on the phone. Absolutely amazing. Woke up Wednesday morning. It's Friday now. Woke up Wednesday morning, he'd sent me a good morning text, and I'm a lover of a good morning text, mate. I'm a sucker for it, like literally. I'm like, wow, this is going well. He sent me a good morning text. I didn't even tell him I like that. So I replied and said, like, oh my God, you sent me a good morning text. Love good morning text, right? So that was a mistake, telling him that I like good morning texts. I was hanging on Wednesday. Really hanging well bad, which I probably will be tomorrow because it's now it's 20 to 5, so I'm going to have a drink in a minute because it's Valentine's Day and I'm celebrating the love in my heart. Anyways, and celebrating the fact that celebrating a near escape, anyway, a near miss, if you will, or whatever. Lucky escape. Oh, you know me, dodging a bullet. So, like we're sort of like texting throughout the day and everything, and I'm like, oh God, please don't make me video chat him again today because I feel like death. I'll do this tomorrow. Whether he took this to mean that I weren't keen or whatever, but we were chatting. I told him we'll go into bed early, right? And I mentioned this dream, right, that's coming up in a minute. I mentioned it in the video about the BBC pedo dude. Anyways, I went to bed. He sent me this lovely voice note saying, like, he's got a lovely voice, saying they kind of dream about me while you sleep and all this lot. And so that was the last thought that I got in my head before I went to sleep. good tactic, right? Anyways, I dreamt that night, yes, I did, about a man, and literally it was all really romantic. Me and him, we fancied each other because we, like when I was speaking to this chap, it's like, yeah, I fancy you. Yeah, I fancy you. Fancied you on Facebook for ages. Like, see you and think, oh, yeah, I totally would and whatever. He's like, oh, you should have said something. I'm like, I don't do that. Do you know what I mean? I wait for people to come to me because I'm kind of old fashioned like that, right? Kind of old fashioned. I like to be wooed. So I'm there waiting to be wooed. Yeah, so got up yesterday, right, thinking, oh no, so I had this dream, and in this dream, me and this guy, I remember, like, we just brushed the sides of our lips and whatever, and just sexual tension, ahoy, and I don't know who this man was. It wasn't this guy, but it wasn't anybody else either. It was, because this dude is like, he's 55, he's 2 years older than me. And I'm like, check me, you know what I mean? No cougar in here, mate. This one's legit. Nobody can have a go at me for this one. And so I'm thinking like, oh, anyways, in this dream, it's like, nope, he is a wrong un. Do not go there. I know you like him. I know he likes you, but no, you can't do it. Do not go there. He is a bad man, right? So I've got up, no good morning text yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck? I've told him that I like this. Whether he didn't do it because I'd said that and he was like, right, okay, so where's my text saying, where's my good morning text? I don't know what fucking mind games he got. I don't know what was going on in his head. Never fucking will, right? So I'm there yesterday thinking like, right, is this him? Is he a bad guy and whatever? Anyways, didn't hear from him all day. And like I say, I'm old fashioned. I like the man that is right for me, or the lady, you know what I mean? I don't know I don't even know if I am ever going to fall in love again in my life. But if I do, I don't know who it's going to be with. Do you know what I mean? So I can't say man or woman. But whoever my significant other will turn out to be. Why am I saying that? Anyways, yeah, will woo me. You know what I mean? They'll put in the, they'll be like, shit, I've just spent 3 hours talking, getting to know this girl. I think she's fantastic. I'll say hello every day. You know what I mean? It just that small thing. She said she likes it, so I'll do that thing she likes. Like romance, regular romance shit. You know what I mean? Somebody says to me that they like something. Do you know what I mean? Unless it's good morning text, because it's not. I don't get up in the morning apart from else. But I like to wake up to that shit. Anyways, so he texted me last night and said like, "I a sexy bum and whatever." I was just about to eat my dinner, make myself a curry, right? And he's like, "Hi, sexy bum," and I'm like, "Hey, you," and he's like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Ready for what?" And he's like, "For me." Oh, that's it. The other day, the day before, he was saying like, talking about coming up to Leicester. We'd had one conversation at this point, and he's on about coming up to Leicester to see me, which was, kind of a bit, sort of didn't put me off so much, but I don't like that full force, right, we get on, therefore we got a bang. You know what I mean? But I'm like, right, okay, well, he's 55. He might be just like, oh, come up, have a coffee, I'll piss off. But you never do know, do you? And once they're in Leicester, you're responsible for them. Anyways, it was a bit soon, but I don't, it's like, knock that off the thing and whatever. Anyway, like, are you ready for me? I says, oh, I'm just about to eat my dinner at the minute. Would you like a phone conversation when I'm done? And he just heart reacted to that. Went ate my dinner. Only took me 20 minutes because I didn't watch all of the episode of Vampire Diaries that I was into. And yeah, no, I'm a bit late on Vampire Diaries, but living for it at the minute. And it takes me a while, but I do cotton on to these trends eventually. When somebody tells me, no, you have to watch this, you have to watch this, you will love it. And my niece was right, I do love it. So I went off and I come back, paused Vampire Diaries and said, I'm done. And he replied, right, with, I'm just on phone with Guffer. On phone with your girlfriend, told me you were single. So I just put okie dokie and a smiley face, which in my defence was, but I don't know why I put the smiley face. And then obviously after that, I sort of like went away, and I'm like, you told me you were single. Like, what the fuck? And I think he is single. I think he was just playing fucking teenage girl mind games with me, you know, like just being a fucking child, right? So I'm like, okie dokie. And then he unsent a message, and I wish I'd have seen what he sent, right? But that's a major ick for me. Gives me the major ick when people unsend messages. Stand by your convictions. If you type something wrong, say, I didn't actually mean it like that. What I meant was blah, blah, blah. But unsending messages, it's, bugbear of mine. I know I'm overly picky, but do you know what I mean? Big lover of honesty, open and transparent shit. And he said, I say okie dokie too. And then he said, what did you have for tea? I said, curry. He said, good, you take care, and blocked me. Blocked me. Now, admittedly, I didn't laugh react to him saying I say okie dokie too, because by this point we'd gone on how long? About at least half an hour. We'd gone on half an hour, and I'm sitting there going, right, okay, you told me you didn't have a girlfriend, so either A, you're lying and you do have a girlfriend and literally that is just shitty behaviour, or B, you're playing mind games with me, and you're a 55-year-old man, not a 15-year-old girl, and we've only spoken once. What are you doing? So when he said, what do you have for tea? I just replied, curry, because it was fact and whatever. But I'm like, I am not chasing you, and I certainly ain't chasing somebody who behaves like a 15-year-old girl. Somebody who's sitting there going, no, you love me, and I'll love you back. You make me feel amazing about myself. Why? You know, it was either lying and he doesn't have a girlfriend, in which case he was messing with my head after one phone conversation, or he was lying and he does have a girlfriend, right? Either way, you're not the man for me anyway. So the rubbish took itself out, but literally he's blocked me. The fucking man baby has blocked me. And literally, I rang my niece last night, and we're talking, and then we had a big old conversation about something else, probably Vampire Diaries or something like that. And then all of a sudden, there's just a quiet, and I went, he blocked me, and she went, he blocked her, and we said it at exactly the same millisecond. We were crazy. Neither of us can get our head around it. So if you have any idea what the fuck, but literally this is my romantic life, mate. This is so you can probably see why I'm really fucking enjoying Valentine's Day today, because I don't have this shit to deal with. Can you imagine if I'd have got with him? You imagine if that hadn't happened, if it hadn't happened the way it is, whatever it was that I did that's obviously pissed him off. Because I was up for chatting with him last night. We're looking forward to it. Got off, ate me dinner real quick to come back and chat with him, and then it's like, now I'm talking to my girlfriend, and it's what's happened? So if you've got any ideas on this, please leave them in the comments. Oh, mate, happy Valentine's Day to everybody, including me, because I'm really, like last year I got roses from the guy who was already had a girlfriend. And this year I've got this fella proving to be, it's like Valentine's Day, Kerry-Ann. Here you go. This is why you should appreciate being single. And I am so fucking grateful for it, because I deserve better. Do I not? Like, literally, Happy Valentine's Day to you all. I love you all so much. And thank you for coming. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. And he blocked me. Bye. Bye.